Brings the total for PS1 to $41.54, and the total for Sega Saturn is $100. So it's very close.
Okay, I'm gonna switch audios, so just hold for like 20 seconds.
This chair isn't that good for squeaking. It's a shame. It's a terrible chair, but it just doesn't squeak.
I don't think we need squeaky chairs.
Dude, my hand warmer is like lukewarm at best. It's a rip-off.
Just noticed your call sign, Sean.
Yeah. Sick.
Wait, what is it? I can't see it.
It's JRTA followed by 4 Ys.
Nice.
All right, it looks like we are ready to go. One of you guys can give us a countdown.
All right. You ready, Pepsi?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll do the countdown. On go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, got some Flywrench action going on here. So this game has a story, but we don't exactly know what it is. So we'll just make one up. So you're a spaceship, which is a flying line thing, I guess, and you end up in our wonderful Milky Way galaxy, and you get lost, and you do not have any more fuel. So you want to get to the sun as quick as possible, so you can make your way home. There's a story.
It's actually a super deep postmodern masterpiece. Like between each set of levels, there's like a cutscene that has like weird technobabble jargon nonsense. It's completely indecipherable. There's really no story.
Yeah, it's like extremely left up to player interpretation of what it's supposed to mean.
But this game is mainly you must get your character from point A to point B while avoiding obstacles.
And some of the like pretty much notice there's white and red lines that cross the level, and the level boundary is yellow, so you can't hit that unless you transition into a state where you're green and spinning. But you can only bounce off those. You can only bounce your ship off yellow level boundaries. The other ones you have to switch into the same color to pass through them. But each of those states has their own different traits that make it somewhat difficult as levels go on.
I did quit to menu. I actually remembered.
Dang it.
So white line, like when you're in the white state, it's the most flexible state for the ship, so you can easily move left and right. But when you transition into red, you lose any left or right momentum, and it converts.
Sorry, I just want to mention that I'm really happy that someone in chat knows Guange. That makes me really excited. Rename, you are a legend. Okay, you can continue. I just wanted to shout that out.
So, when you transition to red, all your left and right momentum converts into downwards momentum, and you'll begin to fall. And you can move left and right while you're red, but you can't do it as flexibly as if you're in the white state. And when you turn into green state, you can't move left or right at all, but you sort of pivot on a central axis that can affect where you bounce off of stuff, but only very slightly. And so you basically have to toss all of those mechanics together, plus whatever the game throws at you in later planets as you.
You might be noticing that me and Pepsi are purposefully bouncing off ceilings at a lot of points in this game. Very often when you start at the top of a level and you have to go downwards, it's actually faster to get momentum from bouncing off the ceiling than from just falling straight down. So there's a lot of bounce strats in that sense. And there's a few other bounce strats for bouncing off floors and walls that you are like slightly faster, like half a second faster or so each. But they make a big difference if you can do them all.
Yeah, there's also several spots where you can just basically just bounce off stuff like solely for swag points, and there's like no real speed advantage. They just look cool.
First death. Dang, dude, second death.
Oh man, third.
So
You guys
basically, let's go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you guys have a few minutes for donations?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We have 2 donations. We have $5 from Tyler Strawberry, who says, and forgive me if I butcher this, Yadaze, which I believe means let's do it. So thank you very much for your $5. If you'd like to put that to a donation incentive, just let us know in the chat. And then we have $20 from Chico vs. the World, who says, please put this towards Mega Man 8 on the Sega Saturn. Thank you very much for your $20 donation.
So yeah, basically each of these planets, these group of levels that these guys come across it throws a new gimmick at you. So basically these entire levels throw the green line at you. Pluto is basically the tutorial levels, if some people might say. Wow, I can't remember my planets.
He says
Uranus.
that Pluto's a tutorial level, but the entire game's actually a tutorial from Mercury. That's the only planet that actually
Yeah,
matters.
pretty much.
That is true. That is true.
Accurate.
The final 24 levels or whatever are the actual game.
Yeah,
The
it's
difficulty spike at Mercury is kind of stupid in a way. I wish they actually made earlier planets harder to ease
Yeah,
into it
same.
more, because it's a genuine shock when you get to Mercury. And it's like these 15-second levels with crazy movement. It's like, go for it, bud. It's a ton of fun, but it's just a very sudden change from what comes before.
Yeah, I
Mercury.
think,
Go ahead.
sorry. I was gonna say, I think if you look at the achievement stats for planet completions on Steam, everything's fairly linear up until Mercury, and then it's just a straight up drop.
Not a
Most
lot of
people I
people
know
finish this
skip this game on Mercury.
It's like a 25%
I have
drop.
a bunch of friends that I told to play this game, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this game's the best." And then they get to Mercury. It's like, you know what? I just don't want to play this game.
It took me about a year to actually return back to this game to actually finish the Mercury levels because they were so hard. But going back to the game anyway, these levels introduce the pink line. And pink lines behave somewhat like the yellow lines, where if you run into them, you'll die. But with the pink lines, if you run into them in any color, you'll die. And so it kind of blocks some paths and some bounce strats from actually being performed because of that.
Uranus is also a really bad set of planets because the final 8 or 9 levels are just the same level, just rotated, and it's really boring.
It's a shame.
It has the most planets of any, or it has the most levels of any of the planets. I'm pretty sure, right at 25.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25. So every time I go into that planet, it's like, oh god, I have 25 levels to go through.
Alright, just to set
Oh,
the
man.
record straight, what is the objective worst planet?
Jupiter.
Oh my god.
Jupiter, close
my
tie,
God.
maybe a tie with Earth.
I'm going Earth.
I
All
can't
out.
believe Sean's calling me out on my favorite planet.
The thing about Earth is mostly fine. It has a level that's literally RNG though, and it's trash. And if it doesn't
By the
have
way,
good
there
bounce-
is no RNG in this game.
It's more or less RNG because a change of 1 or 2 pixels can make a huge difference. You really can't predict what's going to happen.
Basically,
it's
the only RNG in this game is random lag. For some reason, this game will lag for no reason, even if you have a really good computer.
especially if you have a really good computer. I've run this game on really bad laptops, and it's been running fine. And then I put it on some super computer. And it's like, nah, can't do this.
There's sometimes weird variance in like between level loads though, like by tenths and seconds. It's weird.
Yeah, like when I was playing on the computers at SGDQ, I was surprised at how well the game ran in comparison to like another computer that's basically a beast and still manages to run poorly.
So you notice Saturn introduces these rotating pinwheels, and that actually allows for a lot of interesting strats because there are many cases throughout the game where if you go through a level fast enough, you can actually skip cycles on the pinwheels and save a whole lot of time. So it's important to know where those are and being able to do them, though a lot of pinwheel skips are very hard.
A lot of these moving lines in this game are somewhat funny, in a sense that you can glitch through them sometimes.
Yeah, like and there's like one level that I can fairly like reliably reproduce it in
Mercury 6.
Yeah, Mercury 6. If you go fast enough and you either like bounce and like off like in a weird angle or something, you'll just clip straight through a pink line.
Oh, at the start of Mercury 6, you can literally just jump after like a half second and make it through. Or flap.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty fun.
So on that level I just completed there, it's called Traffic Jam. There was a skip I could do, but it's insanely hard and basically for ILs only. If you like want to be a cool dude and save maybe like a second, you can try it out.
Oh yeah, so basically all four of us actually do run this game. Times are pretty... we go off of in-game time, we don't actually go off RTA. Not yet anyway, we don't have our times down that well.
We're ashamed of JRTA.
But world record is just above 12 minutes, right?
Yeah.
11.
Is it 11? It's 11.
I have the world record, it's 11:07, something.
Mr. Hotshot up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 11:07. The previous world record, who disappeared off the face of the earth. No, not really. He just went off onto some work or whatever. Hambanu in France had a 11:18 that was unbeaten for a while.
Came close.
So
You
now
did come close.
We're in Jupiter. And Jupiter, its gimmick is being really bad. Its actual gimmick are these orange fields, which increase gravity, so you have to flop harder to get through them.
Yeah, if you want to wear out the A button on like any controller, this is the place to do it in.
Oh, if you want thumb pain, play this game on controller.
So yeah, you can use controller or keyboard with this game. Most of us use controller.
Actually, I'd say the community is pretty split half and half.
I get that's true.
The community is right and the other half's wrong.
Honestly, I've played on controller, but keyboard players are in the right because you don't actually get like terrible thumb pain from playing on keyboard.
True.
One notable person that actually runs this game with keyboard is Wormham.
And Bambino.
And Hambino. Yeah. Who disappeared. Shoot.
Trihex?
Shout out to Trihex.
Yeah, I lost.
Okay, that's a complicated joke. So the song in Jupiter, there's a part where there's like a chorus, and it sounds kind of like it's saying Trihex. There.
It was like, I think it took us like 8 months to figure it out.
It actually says join hands. For anyone who's curious.
Before Trihex, we thought it was Biscuit.
No, it's Biscuit when it goes biscuit, biscuit.
Sorry.
Biscuit.
I thought you were talking about that part. Oh.
It's a mental disgrace.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dang.
But yeah, a lot of actually this entire game looks like this. You just see lots of crazy flapping here and there, lines going every so way. It's hectic throughout this entire run.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but Asteroid, there's a set of bonus levels released for the game as like on the downloadable content called Asteroid, and it like if you like when we get to Mercury and you think that's crazy, Asteroid's like cranking it up to 11 slightly.
Also, this game has a level editor, and I decided for fun to make hard versions of all the planets. or like 4 of the planets because I got lazy. So if you want a real challenge, play Super Pluto.
Yeah. It's unfortunate Asteroid isn't part of like the main run because they're actually super fun to play.
They are really good levels. They're probably some of my favorite in the game.
Oh yeah, Mars. When did we get here? This run's going by pretty quickly, actually.
Oh, you did the line surf, nice.
Line surf is like the coolest strat. It's actually not the fastest way to do that level, but you gotta do it that way because it's the
It does look
coolest way to do
cool.
that level.
Yeah, I always go for it just because I think it looks cool.
So turrets have a unique property, I guess. They're constantly tracking you, even if you're on another side of a wall. They'll always be looking at you, no matter what. And then every second or so, it'll shoot a bullet out in that direction of where you just were.
So you see in a lot of
And it'll
levels
just
of
keep
turrets,
traveling.
we'll deliberately put ourselves in certain positions to avoid getting hit because we know where the turrets are gonna aim.
Because the turrets basically know where you are and where you're probably going to be, so you sort of need to like outmaneuver them.
Need to be careful when whipping around corners.
Line surfing's interesting as well. While you have a button held down on the controller, and you go across the line. If you go across it like perpendicular with the line, the game will lock you into place and you'll surf along that line until you exit that line. So sometimes that's really cool, and sometimes it's really annoying when a moving line will move you into a wall while you're surfing.
Alright, so Sean's on Earth now, and what Earth introduces is switches. So you basically need to hit the tealish looking circle to open the gate, and then you can pass through it. There's no other way to get through them. And that's basically all Earth introduced.
One thing to know about the switches is that the gates close after a while after picking up the switch.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you do have to be fast, and there are some levels where you can actually skip switches if you're crazy fast by using a previous switch. Also, the level I just did, it's literal RNG. I got the perfect bounce on it, which was really lucky.
Dang it.
But it's very easy to just slightly nick the side of it and just go flying off, and then have like an impossible to predict pattern. It's good. It's really good game design.
Quality.
Yeah, this game, we actually, Pepsi and Sean actually ran this game at AGDQ last year. Or actually, this year, I guess, if you want to say that. AGDQ 2017. That was a really close race. This race actually becomes really close up until a level, and then it just splits after that, usually.
You skipped.
So you notice on one of the levels back there, I went along a pinwheel backwards. I actually did that level the reverse way from you that you're supposed to do it, but you can slide between the pinwheel with your tiny little hitbox and cheese your way through it and skip like, I don't know, 5
Pepsi will
seconds.
do it here.
Got it.
Yep, there we go.
I'm cool.
Yeah, you're supposed to follow that turret, not go against the flow. He's a rebel.
Oh no, I
You
quit the
rebel,
menu!
you.
So don't do what I just did. So you may be tempted to just mash A to the when you come out of a level, because it enters the next level if you do that. However, when you unlock a planet, you have to like clear a certain number of levels to unlock the planets. It will display a thing. Do you want to go to the next planet? And it auto defaults to yes. So if you're just mashing A, it'll go to the next planet for you, which you don't want to do because you do actually need to beat every planet to beat the game. Or you beat every level to beat the game.
That was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
At least it's not as bad as me. I basically like miss menu all the time.
Yeah. I know where they are, but sometimes I just don't think and just mash A because it's what you're supposed to do.
So Sean's on Venus now, and you notice that like, it just introduces moving lines, and you can just see like a little like grayed out like border the line follows. And that's basically the extent of where the moving line.
The stream? Okay. OBS is saying reconnecting. Please give that a shot. It looks like it's succeeded. Yeah, okay, I'm live again.
Sean's going for the ultimate
ignore
splice technique.
that. That was me splicing the game. Prepare for world record.
There it is. Okay, it's back.
Live splice, ultimate technique. Preparing for it for months.
Okay, yeah, it's back up.
In the time I could have used, I just learned to splice the game perfectly. Here comes another one.
Oh jeez. Think we're losing Pepsi's stream here.
Oh my god, my stream is exploding. I don't like this.
The plays are too good.
Pepsi's just so on fire right now.
Pepsi's hacking my stream, which is what is actually going on.
Kobe. Alright.
Okay, I'm actually dropping like 1,000,000 frames. That's bad. My internet just decided it's gonna explode. Thanks!
Good quality Canadian internet providers.
Killing Pepsi is definitely living up to his name.
Yeah, I'm connected now, but I'm dropping 50% of frames. And now I'm getting nervous about it and self-conscious about it, and I keep dying. This is excellent
Keep going.
stuff.
Just keep going, you got this.
You're supposed to pretend like you're doing really, really well, because no one can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like I've stopped dropping frames. Hopefully that stays that way.
Yep. It does look like that.
Yeah, I've stopped dropping frames. We're good. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Place complete.
I don't even. Oof.
The problem is...
Okay, there we go. Oh,
my
Sean is
internet
still ahead, okay.
Because I'm in a basement
Yeah,
apartment.
Sean's still
It has,
ahead.
like thick cement walls, and the Wi-Fi is on the main floor. And it's just... Sometimes it's like, nah, we're not doing it.
Alright, so here's Mercury. The main game right here.
Yeah, this is where the game begins.
Shoutouts to Torsui's comment. Welcome to Sean's PowerPoint presentation.
Messed
so
up.
now we're basically in the gauntlet.
Dude, stop trying to be cool and go for, there we go, ski slopes get back like 5 tries. Got him.
In the gauntlet.
Dude, stop trying to be cool and go for, there we go, ski slopes get back like 5 tries. Got him.
Okay, yeah. So this is where
Alright.
ski slope skip is going up the center
Oh
pathway.
my god.
Instead
Okay,
of going
got
all
it.
the way around the outside, like how Pepsi did it there.
Oh,
I did it.
nice.
No,
Nice.
I died, so I did it. Skip. For real. I mean, I got to skip second try. I'm right behind Sean.
At least you have the backup of doing the actual level.
Shout out to my boy Slick Rick. Let's see if he's gonna be slick as hell.
Oh my god, no. Please.
Oh, you're already there?
Slick Rick is awful.
Slick Rick, the level that Sean is on.
That was the best Slick Rick! So I went through the turrets at the bottom, like I went between the 2 bullets instead of going
nice.
around them, just because
Oh,
I
you
wanted to be
did.
hella cool.
Did you die?
No, I didn't die because I'm the best.
Oh. Dang it.
That was a great juke, I guess.
That was not what I was
Wow.
supposed to do.
Alright, my turn. Let's see what happens.
Slick Rick.
I'm gonna go
It's
through the
Slick
wall.
Rick over here on Pepsi's screen. On the left. Oh no.
And he gets it.
What's that? Oh no for, huh? I have no faith in me.
Looked like you were dropping for
Oh!
a second.
Hey, look at that.
Okay, that's another thing that can
reverse
happen in
bounce.
this game that happened on Pepsi's screen. If you bounce off of a wall, sometimes you bounce straight backwards.
Reverse bounce, boys!
Dang it. At least
Yeah,
that's
if you
pretty
hit a
good.
wall at a really shallow angle, sometimes it can confuse itself and think you're actually hitting a floor from the bottom, and then bounce you upwards because this game is programmed very well.
And if you've never heard of the developer, Messhoff, he also developed games such as Nidhogg and Nidhogg 2. I don't need to say Nidhogg 2. Well, I guess I do, because I guess some companies could just take over.
I'm not doing a skip here because I'm a wuss. You can avoid doing this roundabout section at the end if you're cool, but I ain't.
Alright. The level Pepsi's on right now is one that's also easy to clip through the pinwheel as well. If you like make your bounce ridiculous enough.
With no effort.
So we'll be doing a skip here. So by waiting around a switch, you can actually... No! Literally like the last frame, the gate closed.
Got it.
Oh no, Glitch City. Glitch City, no. Don't do this to me, dude.
I got implant. I waited a little bit, but I still got it.
Okay,
Oh my god.
Alright, here we go. This race is going.
Oh my god, I keep choking Glitch City. No.
Oh no.
Oh my
This
god.
is really close now.
Why Glitch City? Why do you do this to me? I used to consider myself good at Glitch City. There we go, Glitch City. There it is. Is Pepsi ahead of me now?
No.
Possibly.
I think that was a sarcastic no. A very cheeky no. That's how this game works. You can somehow forget your muscle memory on a level, and then it's like, nah, we're blowing it.
Yeah. You also forget how the colors work, and then everything just goes
Yeah, you just like don't register colors properly. It's like you see a red line, and it's like, okay, I need to go green.
Then you get really sweaty. At least I do. Alright.
Alright.
There we go.
Did you just finish Mercury?
No?
Is that a real no or a...
Yeah, he's not done yet.
Okay, he's on the last level then?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes, I'm on the last level.
Oh man, that's tight.
There we go. We got
Alright.
one more level after this. Alright, so Pepsi's on the final level. Time will be when Pepsi finishes the level, which is when he hits the swirling square.
Oh yeah,
I'm doing a cool skip there. You
save
save like a few seconds because you're a champ.
It's hard.
It's not
There's
that
also a
hard.
skip you can do in Sun as well.
You can
That
actually
Sean is
skip
doing.
like 2 pinwheels
Sean
on
did.
that skip, but that's even harder. That's like frame perfect trash that I've never actually done.
Alright, and time.
Game. Was that like I think who won?
Yeah, that was time on Sean as well. From my end anyway.
Cool. Sick.
That was amazing, guys.
Oh wow. It's actually a pretty close time.
That was so
whoa, hold on.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
never
was
mind.
that was actually really crazy close.
Oh man, yeah, it's turned around there, Mercury.
And I bet half of the people here will now take away, actually, or not take away. This game will just be confusing still.
Sounds
It's actually a really good time. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, 1045, something like that. If you learn IO strats, you can get it down to a low 10, maybe sub 10 if you're really doing dumb stuff.
Wow.
But yeah. Oh, cool! I just disconnected from the stream. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter. Just one more for the count, you know. Alrighty.
Well, that's Flywrench. That is Flywrench.
That's Flywrench. Hope you enjoyed.
Thank you guys for coming out. That was even though it was a bit confusing, it was definitely an intense race.
Yeah, it's a really good game. If you like hard games, somewhere up there with like Super Meat Boy. Yeah, this game's pretty much up there.
Yeah, it's constantly engaging, so it's nice. Like sometimes it's nice to have a game that doesn't have downtime in it.
Well, great. Thanks, guys, for coming out. That was very entertaining.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, next up we have, let's see, we have Bunny Swordmaster Story with Mikan.
I just realized I turned off my stream and you were using my audio, weren't you? It says
I think we actually switched
For
to Pepsi's
done.
audio for a second there, because once the stream started dropping, we switched.
because the robot voice is done. We're down to disconnect.